My client recently shared with me that my 6K offer should have been priced significantly higher. Now, that particular offer was an offer that I had about 7 years ago. It was for my exceptional mastermind, and this would be my very first mastermind at that particular time. Now, when I actually priced that particular offer, a week, literally 1 week prior to that, my highest offer was $1,000. I had had a conversation with my coach who suggested that I shift my mindset about what I was building, right? She really helped me see things from a larger perspective. I took that as a mental note to put out into the world something that I had created and sat on for quite some time because, number one, I knew that it was extremely valuable, but I didn't feel comfortable charging the value of that particular product. Now, 7 years has gone by. At the time, I thought 6,000 was like this really huge amount for what I was doing. But over time, the number of people that I helped to create this six-figure opportunity, who would then go on and be able to create six figures yearly over and over and over again, I still had not priced that product at its full value. And this is what my client was talking about recently. She actually came into the second round that I had for that particular mastermind and has coached with me in other scenarios. She's tripled her income, moved into her six-figure range, and still continues to work with me in different scenarios. And so I wanted to talk to you today about your premium offers, your premium clients, and your premium pricing. Many of you are wanting to take your offers and make them premium offers, or you have an offer that you've priced at a premium price point, but it's not selling. So, what I did when I launched Exceptional Mastermind, 7 years ago, in 1 week, I spent time really working on my identity. Now, I didn't know to call that identity at that particular time 7 years ago. But I have since, because of understanding the work that I did, taken that same work and created opportunities for my clients to have those identity shifts. I have two opportunities that are centered around identity. Now, I have been including identity work in everything that I was doing with my clients who came to me about business, right? Splattering it in there here or there whenever I could. But these particular opportunities that I created that are centered around identity, which is my identity shifting session and then my 5 week one on one coaching container, which is an exclusive private opportunity to work with me, is on identity, your perfect people, and creating a plan. And all of that is centered around the moves that I made during that particular time. I actually enrolled 10 people in 2 months into that 6K offer, making me at a $60,000 point in sales. That was the highest amount of sales that I made in that short amount of time in my coach's business at that time. And I was actually still part time. I opened my coaching and consulting business, Renew Full Circle Consulting, in 2012 at the same time that I still owned a brick and mortar service based business. And so I'm sharing this with you because if you have a premium product that you've priced at a premium price point, but it's not selling, it's hit or miss, or maybe you've gotten a few people and they've been the wrong people, there's an identity shift you have to make in order to be aligned with that particular product, meaning your old identity is not a match for that new offer. And secondly, if premium clients see some of your lower price points, they may very well feel that what you are offering will not solve their big problem. They may feel that your $500 offer or even your $1,000 offer does not have the capacity for the big problem they have. It does not have the solution. And this is all how buyer behavior, how people are actually thinking. And so many people are pricing themselves out of business. So, one of the spaces in my entrepreneur journey where I really learned a big space of awareness about pricing was when I owned a brick and mortar service based business. Now, I owned a brick and mortar service based business for about 10 years prior to coaching and consulting. And so I had, when we were fully staffed, 12 staff members. And the majority of those staff members were service providers, actually providing a service to the customers who came in, outside of my customer care coordinators who were administrative and working the desk. And those service providers needed clients to perform services on. So, in me trying different things to see what would work, I remember lowering one of my offers at a really low price point, and we did get quite a few people in, but they were not ideal clients. They just weren't. They actually wanted more. They were still looking to get added services when it was already priced, you know, very low, and they often complained quite a bit. So not only were they not aligned clients for our business and our culture and our brand, but that price point was not profitable. Meaning I we worked much harder than the revenue coming in from that compensated. And so oftentimes when you're pricing really low, thinking that you're going to get a lot of people in, you have to understand, does it make pricing sense? Does it Is it profitable to your business? And there are so many brick and mortar service based businesses, also service providers, which could be coaches, consultants, chiropractors, you name it, people providing a service who, price low and are not profiting, although they are at their six-figure mark, or 75, 80K range, although they may be tapping into high earning, they're not profiting. And this is some of the reasons for that. I want you to remember that your premium clients have a certain energy, a certain frequency, and a certain desire. And until you become a match for that, there will be challenge, difficulty, and resistance to what you're offering. No matter whether you raise the price or not, you also have to raise your own frequency, who you're being, your identity, so that it is a match for what you desire. Now, that program, Exceptional Coach Mastermind, that was 5K, of course, because my identity has changed. Even prior to her sharing that with me, the price on that had increased. It's a $15,000 program at this particular time, but I wouldn't have had the identity for 15K back then. It was an identity I had to shift into to comfortably charge the 6K offer. Which, when I look back on it now, it was the easiest program I've ever filled up until that point, like the simplest. And I'd had really low price points for some, little courses and masterminds and things that I was doing, but that 6K offer was easy. Like, every single person I talked to about that was a yes, and it happened within 2 months. I did not market it online. I didn't post it on social media. It was the simplest. And I believe that a huge part of why it was so simple is because I had really moved into the identity of that particular offer. I had moved into the identity of understanding that what I was offering was valuable, right? And so, if your identity is not aligned with your desires for new income, serving new clients, things of that nature, there will be resistance and there will be inconsistency in what you're offering. I'd love to support you on a new level. I have several ways to support you. I mentioned Exceptional Coach Mastermind, which is now open for enrollment. We begin in August. It is an application only opportunity. You fill out an application, and you receive a call in a few days, about 24 to 48 hours. We discuss whether the opportunity is aligned for you and you are aligned for the opportunity. And then we go from there. If you're fit, you would either pay in full or pay your deposit and begin to prepare for what we will begin doing in August. And preparation would start with an assessment call that runs about 75 minutes. And that is an amazing opportunity to get insight on your business and to also begin getting some strategy prior to us actually starting as the group coaching opportunity. And then there is my identity shifting sessions and Quantum Cash. And the Identity Shifting Sessions is a 3-week private one on one opportunity. Quantum Cash is an exclusive 5-week one on one private coaching opportunity that is completely about expansion. All the details will be either in the description or in the comments. Listen, your premium clients are simply waiting on you to step into your identity that's a match. That's my take on today. Peace and premium abundance.